Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. Let me ask you something. When you open Google, search for something, and get thousands of results, do you ever stop and think, is this actually the whole internet? Because here's the crazy part. It's not. What you see through Google and other search engines is only the visible part of the internet. There's a much bigger world underneath it. And somewhere inside that hidden world is something called the dark web. Now, before you start imagining hackers, secret websites, and some movie-style underground internet. Wait. Because there's a huge difference between the deep web and the dark web. And chances are, you use the deep web almost every single day. So in the next few minutes, I'm going to make this incredibly simple. You'll understand what the surface web is, what the deep web actually means, what makes the dark web different, why people confuse the two, and most importantly, what you should actually worry about when it comes to online safety. And by the end, you might realize that the hidden internet is much more normal than you thought. So let's start with the easiest way to picture it. Think about an iceberg. You see the top sticking out of the water. But underneath that tiny visible part is a massive amount of ice that you can't see. The internet is kind of like that. The part you can easily find through Google? That's the surface web. News websites, blogs, company websites, public YouTube videos, online stores, Wikipedia. Basically, websites that search engines can generally discover and show you. That's the internet most of us think about when we say, I'm going online. But now imagine everything underneath the surface. Private email accounts, your online banking, your company's internal system, your private cloud storage, medical portals, subscription services, private databases. These things are online. But you can't just type someone's name into Google and suddenly see their bank balance or private medical records. Thankfully, that hidden, private, or unindexed part is broadly what we call the deep web. And here's the first big myth I want to clear up. Hidden does not mean illegal. Private does not mean dangerous. In fact, a huge amount of the deep web exists for one simple reason: privacy. Imagine if your private emails appeared in Google. Imagine if anyone could search your bank account. Imagine if your company's confidential documents showed up in search results. That would be a nightmare. So the deep web isn't some secret criminal internet. You're probably using it right now. Let's imagine someone named Alex. Alex wakes up, checks his bank account, opens his work email, logs into his company's dashboard, checks a medical appointment online, and later signs into Netflix. Now think about it. Are those things publicly searchable? No. And that's exactly how they should be. Alex is using the deep web without doing anything unusual or suspicious. Now, let's go one step deeper. Because this is where the dark web enters the story. The dark web is a much smaller part of the broader deep web. But there's an important difference. The dark web is intentionally designed around anonymity, and usually requires specialized software or networks to access. And this is where things get complicated. Because anonymity isn't automatically bad. Think about a journalist trying to communicate with a sensitive source. Or someone living under heavy censorship who needs to communicate privately. Or a person trying to report wrongdoing without exposing their identity. Privacy and anonymity can be extremely valuable. But here's the other side. The same anonymity can also attract criminals. That's why you've probably heard stories about illegal marketplaces, scams, stolen information, and other harmful activities associated with the dark web. So remember this simple idea. The technology itself isn't automatically good or bad. It's how people use it. Think about a kitchen knife. You can use it to prepare dinner. Someone else could misuse it. The object didn't make that decision. The person did. Technology can work the same way. Privacy tools can protect people. But anonymity can also be abused. And that's why understanding the difference is much more useful than simply being afraid of it. Now here's something even more important. For most people, the biggest online danger isn't some mysterious website hidden deep inside the internet. It's probably sitting much closer to you. Maybe you've received an email saying, your bank account has been locked. Click here immediately. Or a message saying, your payment failed. Or, you've won a prize. Claim it now. And because you're busy. Because you're worried. You click. That's all it takes. You don't need some Hollywood hacker sitting in a dark room. You just need one convincing message and one moment of panic. That's why cybersecurity starts with awareness. So what can you actually do? First, use strong and unique passwords. Don't use the same password everywhere. Think of your accounts like different doors in your life. You wouldn't want one key to open your home, your office, your car, and your bank. So don't use one password for everything either. A password manager can help you create and manage unique passwords. Second, turn on multi-factor authentication whenever you can. Even if someone gets your password, they may still need another verification step to get into your account. That extra layer can make a huge difference. Third, slow down before clicking. This one is huge. Scammers love urgency. Act now. Your account will be deleted. Verify immediately. Payment failed. Whenever a message makes you panic, stop. Take a breath. Check who actually sent it. Look carefully at the website. And if you're unsure, don't use the link in the message. Go directly to the company's official website or app yourself. Fourth, be careful about what personal information you share. Your phone number, your birthday, your workplace, your email address, your travel plans. Even small pieces of information can sometimes be combined to create a much bigger picture about you. You don't need to become paranoid. Just become more intentional. And finally, stay curious, but stay smart. Learning how the deep web and dark web work is completely different from taking unnecessary risks online. You don't need to visit dangerous places to understand them. Real knowledge isn't about clicking everything you can find. It's about understanding the technology, understanding the risks, and making better decisions. So let's bring everything together. The surface web is the public internet that search engines can generally find. The deep web is the much larger collection of online content that isn't publicly indexed or requires access, like your email, banking, private databases, and secure company systems. And the dark web is a much smaller, intentionally hidden part of the online world that uses specialized access methods and focuses heavily on anonymity. They are not the same thing. And that's probably the biggest misunderstanding people have. But there's an even bigger lesson here. You don't need to be afraid of technology simply because you don't understand it. Learn about it. Question what you see. Protect your information. And think before you click. Because our digital lives are only becoming more connected. AI is changing how we work. Cybersecurity threats are evolving. And technology is becoming a bigger part of everyday life. The more we understand, the harder it becomes for someone to manipulate or scare us. And that's what I want IQ Tech Nova to be about. Making complicated technology easier to understand. Not through fear. Not through complicated jargon. But through simple explanations that actually make sense in real life. Now I want to hear from you. Before watching this video, did you think the deep web and the dark web were basically the same thing? Tell me in the comments. And don't just leave a comment and disappear. Read what other people are saying. Reply to someone. Share your experience. Ask questions. You might even make a new friend who is just as interested in technology as you are. Let's build a community where nobody feels embarrassed to ask a basic question, where we help each other, and where we can learn together. And if you have a concern about online privacy, cybersecurity, AI, or any other technology topic, drop it in the comments. I'll personally read through them and reply. Because technology can sometimes feel complicated. But learning about it doesn't have to feel lonely. If you found this video helpful, hit like and subscribe to IQ Tech Nova for more tech tips.